Poem starts, death be not proud, though some have called thee mighty and dreadful, for thou art not so. What is trying to say here, you can say the speaker also directly addresses death, telling it not to be proud, despite the fact that it has been known or regarded as very powerful, mighty means powerful, and very dreadful by some. Some means by a section of people. Okay, so death is not powerful, death is not dreadful also, according to the speaker. In the next part, he is saying, means rather it is contradictory part. The speaker, the poet contradicts the notion that death is truly mighty and dreadful. He is contradicting this fact, and he suggests that it is not as powerful as commonly believed. It is not so powerful as we all believe. Okay. The next line, for those whom thou thinkst thou dost overthrow, die not, poor death, nor yet canst thou kill me. Poet is saying, or you can say the speaker claims that death does not truly defeat or overthrow those it targets. It doesn't have that kind of, you can say, might or power to overthrow someone whom it wants to defeat. Next line, what? Die not, poor death, nor yet canst thou kill me. So that this line means that the speaker asserts or tells or describes that death cannot truly kill them, stating that death itself will not die, but neither can it take away their eternal existence. It cannot take away, it cannot means still the existence of the soul. Next, from rest and sleep which but thy pictures be, much pleasure, then from thee much more must flow, and soonest our best men with thee do go, rest of their bones and souls delivery. What's the line, the meaning of these lines? Like this line, from rest and sleep which but thy pictures be. It means that the speaker suggests that death is comparable to a state of rest and sleep, just a kind of a pause in our life, like it's a rest and sleep, like a slumber. Much pleasure then from thee much more must flow. It means that if means it can be argued that if rest and sleep bring pleasure, then every greater pleasure must come from escaping death. Means if we can get pleasure in rest and sleep, then escaping, running away from death can give us lot of pleasure. Okay, that means death is not that much powerful, which you always should be scared of. Not, it's not like that. It's not so powerful, not so scary. And next one, and soonest our best men with thee do go. It means the speaker observes that the most exceptional individuals are the ones who depart this world through death. They are the lucky one. As if that those who are qualified, those who are nice, gentle people, exceptional individuals here. They are not like very common men. They are very exceptional. They have certain kind of characteristic which separate them from the common people. So death can take them, but they as if escape from this world. Okay. The next line, rest of their bones and souls deliver. It means that death is described as a release for the physical body and soul. It's just a release from this. If you take this mortal life as very you can say difficult, full of pathos, full of pain and egg, all means all this kind of aching sensation, whatever and the old age people suffer from. Death is something kind of a door through which we can escape. Next line, thou art slave to fate, chance, kings, and desperate men, and dost with poison, war, and sickness dwell, and poppy or charms can make us sleep as well, and better than thy stroke, why swellst thou then? The lines mean that death is described as release, as I said, just from a physical body and soul, and the speaker asserts after that death is enslaved, is subjected to external forces such as destiny, the rulers, those who act out of desperation. So death is subject to that. Death is dependent on that. Death is not that much powerful that it can act on its own. The line that endorsed with poison, war, and sickness dwell, what does it mean? Here, death is said to reside within poisonous substances, war, and illnesses. And poppy or charms can make us sleep as well. The speaker suggests that sleep induced by like opium, okay, that can be restful as death, like it's like an intoxication, that those who can, they can be intoxicated with opium. With opium, you know that the poppy seeds and the that pulp of the poppy seed actually, okay, so that is the opium. Opium can make us have a deep, enjoy deep sleep. So it's like the speaker suggests here that as if sleep is also like it's induced by those kind of opiums, and which can be as restful as death. So opium, the intoxication, is compared with death here. And better than this stroke, why swearest thou then? The meaning is here, the speaker questions why death takes pride in its ability to cause harm when sleep can be even more beneficial. This challenges death, that superiority. So death superiority can also be challenged, that the poet has, the speaker has highlighted. The rest part of the poem says, one short sleep past, we wake eternally, and death shall be no more. Death, thou shalt die. The speaker believes that after a brief period of sleep, now here sleep is symbolizing death, it individuals will awaken to an eternal existence. The last line, and death shall be no more. Death, thou shalt die. The poem concludes, it ends with a powerful declaration that death itself will be defeated, implying that death will cease to exist. I mean, death can also be defeated. So, uh, at the end, the poet concludes by saying, or you can say the speaker concludes by saying, that death thou shalt die. Death can also die. That means death is not so powerful that it can make common people die. Now, in this entire poem, you can say the themes which can be mentioned in the poem. You can also note down these themes, like one theme is mortality versus, or you can say mortality and immortality. Then defiance and triumph, faith and spirituality. Then power and powerlessness, and the transience of physical existence. These are the common themes on which the poem is rests upon. The figure of speech is like personification. You know that when the death be not proud, it's called personification. Apostrophe, when death has been addressed, the death be not proud, it's an example of apostrophe. Metaphor, when from rest and sleep which birth thy pictures be, when the speaker compares death to rest and sleep, that's a metaphor instead of direct comparison, which could have been simile. Next, it's the repetition, where death be not proud and death shall be no more. Death, thou shalt die. These are the examples of repetition. And one more that can be paradox, that one short sleep past, we wake eternal. So that is, the poem here presents a paradoxical statements to, as if to challenge the conventional views on death. So these are the means literary devices, figure of speech, which can be explained here from this poem. You can note it down, and these are important for your MCQs, which you have for 10 marks. And I have tried to make it very short and simple, so that you understand this poem. I hope you have understood it. I'll try to bring more poem on it, and even if there are some complications or there is difficult to understand this poem, I would request you to put your comment on it if you are really following my videos. Okay, so put your comment on it, and I'll try to rectify those things also. Okay, thank you for watching.